I just want to come on here just to introduce myself because I normally just post videos or my clips and stuff. So now I want to come on live and like I said, to introduce myself. This is my first live on YouTube, so y'all be patient with me because I'm going to read off of my computer because some of the information that I want to share with you is called How to Recognize Passive Aggressive Behavior. I've already recorded it before, but like I said, I want to go live and give it a chance, give myself a chance to let y'all see who I am, to talk about, like I said, who I am, because like I said, I'm a little nervous, but we're going to still go, I'm going to work through this because this is something I need to get used to because this is my platform. I am, like I said, Felicia, the Anointed Trainer. My name, my legal name is Felicia Phillips, but I go by Felicia, the Anointed Trainer, because that is the name God pretty much gave me. So, so I normally don't tell people my legal name because I'm focusing on the name that He's gave me. Pretty much like He did Abraham. Abram, he called him Abraham. So he pretty much called me Felicia, the Anointed Trainer. And that came about one night. I was in my bedroom. See, I used to do hair, and I did hair for 15 years. And the name that they called me then was the lady with the growing hands. And so when I told God, I was talking to Him one day, and I told Him, I said, "Well, God," I said, "so when I used to do hair, that's what they called me, the lady with the growing hands." I said, "So I'm no longer doing hair." I said, "So what name would you call me?" And the name he gave me was Felicia, the Anointed Trainer. And he called me that maybe 3 years ago. I'm not really for sure. I got it wrote down on one of my journals. But so ever since then, that's what I've been going by. Like I said, Felicia, doing the Anointed Trainer. So so now I'm going to go into this little teaching. So I won't be on here long because I don't want to take up a lot of your time. Um, And then, like I said, the name of it is called How to Recognize Passive Aggressive Behavior. And then we're going to go, it starts out as, have you ever had someone say, "I am fine"? And I will have to look at my computers and because this is my materials here. And it says when they are clearly not fine. Because I used to be one of those persons. I would always ask, someone would say something to me and I would tell them, they would ask me, "Am I fine?" And that's what I would tell them, that I was fine. But in reality, I wasn't fine. And the main reason why I did that because I didn't want to start complaining. Hi, how are you? Like I said, I'm Felicia, the Anointed Trainer, and this is my first live on YouTube. So welcome in. Thank you for coming in. Um, like I said, when I was married, and instead of me arguing with him, I would always say that I was fine just to get away from arguing with him. But now I got to the point where God has basically made me so bold that I would basically come on now and I would tell you how I feel and everything. And this is where I want to talk to women now to teach us how to step up to take control of who we are. Hello, everybody. I wasn't really expecting anybody to come on, but I appreciate y'all coming in. Teaching women or people how to take control of your life. Because some of y'all don't know, 2018, I had a stroke. And in the process of me having the stroke, I had to, God has healed me from a lot of stuff. I lost my voice, but it's a good thing now. God is giving me my voice back because I lost it maybe for about a whole month. I couldn't even talk. And by the time I could get it, I could start talking again. I was still having to struggle with trying to get my words to come out. But as you can see now, they flow a little better than what it was when I first had it. I was paralyzed on the left side, on the right side of my body, from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. And then I had double vision. But in the process, like I said, even in the process of that, when I had the stroke, my husband, we was married 35 years, total 38 together. And in the process of all of that, he couldn't go through the struggle with the stroke with me. So we had to I've been divorced now, going on 3 years. So that's what I'm trying to help now. Help people to show them how to continue to move forward in life, because the enemy tried to pretty much take me down, but God still kept me. So I'm still here. Like I said, I want to help people to take control of their life, so they would know too. Regardless of who decide to leave you, always know that God is always with you. He will never leave us. That is one thing that I was able to hold on to, because He said He would never leave us nor forsake us, and I am grateful for that, because He has always been here with me. I've been saved, serving with Him, I think 23 years, something like that. It's been a while. So I've been serving Him. And so this is why I love talking about God. And I wanted to continue to encourage people. And like I said, so I'm going to get back into this message, because I can't talk. I can't talk, but I try to stay with my message. And then those are some examples of passive aggressive behaviors, and the kind of action that can derail relationships and leave you feeling confused, slighted, and drained. So that's why I want to tell, like I said, show us how to continue to move forward in life. Because passive aggressive behavior is defined as behavior that is seemingly innocent, accidental, and neutral, but that indirectly displays an unconscious aggressive motive. And if you don't know how to talk to people when they're coming at you with this passive aggressiveness, because it's not real nice the way they come at you. People who are passive aggressive are indirectly aggressive rather than directly aggressive. So that's what I was saying now. When God has pretty much gave me the boldness now that I can step out and tell you, I can tell you exactly how I feel. I can tell you what I will not take, what I will put up with, and what I will not put up with. And this is one of the things I want to continue, like I say, show people how to move forward in life. So for instance, passive aggressive behavior can manifest as resistance to another person's request by procrastinating, expressing slowness, or acting stubbornly. And that is one of the things that my ex was doing with me. Like I said, when I had the stroke and everything, because he really didn't want to be with me anymore. And so that's why I was, and I and for the first 2 3 years, I did everything in my power, because I was trying my best to hold on to our marriage, because like I said, we've been together for so long. But when he finally said it, well, he didn't come out and say it, but in so many words and so many his actions toward me, he pretty much didn't want me anymore. And so I had to make up my mind and ask God to give me the strength to basically walk away from the marriage. And that is what I done. And in the process of all of that, I almost lost the home, but I did win the house in the divorce. So I won the house back. Like I said, I got my life back. I'm able to talk again, smile again, live again, and um, and I'm grateful to God for that. So, and then someone who is passive aggressive often lets others take control, while someone is aggressive is more confrontational. And I'm not confrontational, but I do give my direct. I do tell you how I feel, like I said, about who I, about the way I allow people to treat me. Because one thing with dealing with him, I was allowing him to talk to me so bad, but now, like I said, I got control of all of that. You would know when I'm getting ready to say something to you. You would know. And I, like I said, I still still treat people with love, but I'm also making sure that I'm going to move forward in life, and I'm going to move. Like I said, I will not allow people to mistreat me in any form or fashion. And that is what I want to continue to show people, to do the exact same thing, to show us how to move forward and walk in your authority. Mainly, that's what I'm trying to tell you, to walk in your authority, because we are children of God, and we should not allow people to just talk to us, treat us any kind of way, because that is not what God is wanting us to do. So we're going to continue to walk boldly in the things that God is calling us to do. Um, and like I said, you can see I can talk a lot. So someone who is passive aggressive is exerting control over situations. Just in a less direct or recognizable way. So that show you that they know how to, people that are passive aggressive, they know how to treat you. Um, because, and the main reason they say, like I said, I don't really know a lot about it, but they say a lot of people that are walking in this, mainly they are call them a narcissist. And that's what my ex-husband was. He was really a narcissist. And from the first part, like I said, we've been together 38 years, but he cheated on me a lot. That was part of the narcissist. But see, the last, let's see, he got saved 12 years. He was saved 12 years. So when I had the stroke and everything, he was saved. He basically turned his life around. But like I said, when I had the stroke, he wasn't strong enough to be with me in the process of me healing from the stroke and everything like that. But like I said, I'm grateful to God that I'm still here. So now I'm showing people how to continue to walk in love toward people, especially when they decide to walk away. Then we just need to let them walk away, but continue to be nice to people, because that was one of the things God had to show me, how to continue to walk in love with Him. Because, like I said, we had 3 children, 3 grandchildren. So, and I had to tell my kids, even though things didn't work out with me and their dad, but they still had to continue to love their dad, because whatever happened between me and him had nothing to do with them. That was one of the things I had to show my children, regardless of, like I said, the situation between him and me. We still had to learn how to be good parents in front of the children. So now when he come around me, he does not bother me. He doesn't. I could care less whether he come around me. That's what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say. But like I said, I told my children, just because things did not work out with me and him, I want them to always to love their daddy, and continue to forgive him, because I had to forgive him. God took me through a process of, and if you want to order the ebook, I put it in the description later on. But God, in the process of all of this, God had to help me. He took me through a process of healing my heart and everything. And in the process of Him taking me through that process, He's showed me how to write a book so I can help other people to go through that same process that I did. Now the process is real. I ain't gonna say it's easy, because I will be lying to you. Because basically all it is you're going in with God, and He's pulling all that anger and all that bitterness out of you, so you can continue to move forward with your life. Because we don't want to walk around angry with people, because like I said, even though they don't, well, I'm going to use me because I don't know everybody's situation. Even though he did not want me anymore, but like I said, I still had to walk in love toward him. And when God had to pull all of that up out of me, because it was, like I said, it was a serious process. I don't know if y'all ever heard Esther in the Bible. God pretty much took me through that process for a whole year. Well, I would have to. He was pulling a lot of things out of me that I didn't even realize that was still in me. And so when I sat down with God for that whole year, when I'm and like I said, He pulled so much stuff out of me, and that's what this book will help you do. It help you pull out stuff in you, dealing with your mother issues, your father issues, your sibling issues, because a lot of us don't realize. Even with me, I was blaming my abandonment issues was on my father, because my father was not. He was not, even though he would. Well, he wasn't. I ain't gonna lie, because he wasn't. He was not really in my life, even though he was. He was there, far as giving gifts and stuff like that, but he was never in our life. So that was one part of the things that I was dealing with, was that, because I caught myself was trying not to get the same kind of man as my daddy. And and the funny thing is, I wound up getting a man that was worse than my daddy. And they say a lot of that is because of our childhood issues, or mine was my father issues. they call it a father issue. And so by my daddy wasn't there with me, so I wind up picking up somebody else pretty much worse than him. So so that's what, like I said, again, I can talk. So I see some of y'all on it. Like I said, I appreciate y'all coming and listening because I really thought I was going to talk to myself. But like I said, passive aggressive behaviors can have negative effects on relationships in families, romances, and even in the workplace and schools and our churches. So why is this often destructive behavior so common? Uh, Mainly because people haven't sat down and really let God come in and pull a lot of this bitterness and anger out of them. But there are a few things that can contribute to passive aggressiveness. Family upbringing, because like I said with mine, my daddy was not there for us. And as a result, people may feel that they cannot express their real feelings more openly and instead find ways to passively channel their anger or frustration uh, through other means. And that's one of the things we don't want to do. Once we figure out what all of this stuff is pretty much what you're dealing with, and then you know how to move accordingly. Then you're dealing with mental health status. It's thought that this is due to a combination of person's attitude, how they explain negative situations, their attributional style, and how they respond to distress. And then you're dealing with discomfort with a confrontation. That's what I said. I don't confrontate people. I'm really nice and I promise you I'm very nice. But I've gotten to the point where I'm basically pretty much took control of my life. I will not let people talk to me any kind of way and try to misuse me or any form or fashion like that. So when standing up for yourself is difficult or even scary, because I used to be that little timid person, real shy, wouldn't talk to people, wouldn't do things, even coming on this camera. I normally don't do this. Like I said, I record my videos and then put them on. But I felt led to go ahead and start coming out, getting out of my little shell because I want y'all to see that I am a real person and some of the stuff that I've been through, because there's no telling how many other people have been through this exact same thing. But passive aggressive might seem like an easier way to deal with your emotions without having to confront the source of your anger. And like I said, because we want to always confront, pretty much like to sit down with God and ask God to show you why you angry. And so that way, so you won't have to be mean or anything to people. Because I grew up, and we know they say, "Do unto others as you will have others to do unto you." So that's the pretty much the way I've always lived my life. And so I want to always continue to live my life like that because, like I said, you don't want to be angry to people, toward people, because you know, like they always say, you reap what you sow. A lot of people thinking that's mainly coming talking about money, but that's pretty much dealing with every area of our life. Whatever you putting out into the atmosphere, you're going to turn around and reap that same thing back to you. So always use that as a key to look to use toward when you're approaching people. You'll know how to move accordingly around these people. So that's one of the things I use. So I will know how to always treat people nice and stuff like that. Now, recognizing your own passive aggressive behavior, because just because I'm talking about these people, the other people before, I'm not going to turn around and put it back on us, because we always need to check and ask ourselves, okay, am I the reason why somebody is doing this action toward me? So we always want to always check ourselves. Do a little meter check on yourself. It can sometimes be easier to recognize passive aggressiveness in others than it is to see these behavior patterns in yourself. If you think that you might be passive aggressive, take a step back and look at your own behavior with an impartial eye. Because like I said, you always want to always check yourself first. Like they said, what's that song? I'm about to get my age, but anyway, um, I think he said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like I said, y'all probably don't know nothing about that song. Y'all probably young. I'm 58 years old. You 58 years young, excuse me. But that's one of the songs that came to my mind. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I don't know who sung it. Please don't ask me that question because I couldn't tell you that one. These questions can help. Do you often find yourself sulking when you are unhappy with someone? Yes, that's a good question right there. The next question is, do you avoid people with whom you are upset with? Yeah. See, I had to sit down and ask myself these questions. So I'm giving you the opportunity to ask yourself these same questions. Do you ever stop talking to people when you are angry with them? Do you? Do you put off doing things as a way to punish others? See? So that's what I'm saying. See, we may have some of these traits in us, and if you have these traits in you, then you need to sit down, like I said, and pull them out. Okay. Do you use sarcasm to avoid engaging in meaningful conversation? And if you feel that your passive aggressive behaviors are damaging your relationships, there are steps you can take to change how you relate to others. Yeah. Mainly, you can improve your self-awareness. You can always ask yourself, like I said, ask yourself those questions and see if you're doing any of these things, because if you're doing them to someone else, and then that's probably why you're reaping it back to you. Because I had to ask them these questions to me, and that's why I had to come and do a little research on this, because I was having the same problem. People was coming up to they was attacking me, and I couldn't figure out why they was attacking me. And then I found out that some of the stuff that I just asked y'all those questions, well, I was going through that same thing, because so I had to sit down, like I said, and ask myself those questions. And I sat down and asked God to show me. And so that is one of the things you always want to ask yourself. Ask God to show you. And that way you'll know exactly what needs to be pulled up out of you, what God needs to help you with. Because a lot of things we try to do things on our own. And to me, if you ask God to give you the knowledge and the wisdom as to how to pull stuff out of you and how to sit down with him and show you, then a lot of this stuff, it'll be real easy. Now, as you can see, sometimes the words get twisted, but hey, I still keep on moving, baby. So always see, like you say, it's always two sides. Yes, it's always two sides. So like I said, when you sit down and look at you, then you will know, okay, what part did I play with this situation? Even with, like I said, even with my husband, ex-husband, because he's not mine anymore. Even with him, I had to ask myself, what part did I play in the, even though I know I had the stroke and everything, but I was still I had got to the point where I was pretty much focusing on me when I got the stroke, because when I had the stroke that night, they weighed me in, I was 204 pounds. So now I am now at 135 pounds, because I pretty much took control. When I say I took control of my health, I took control of my health. I changed my eating habits and everything so I can focus on me. So, and I don't know if that was part of it. I know that one of the things is that he wouldn't touch me anymore. So that was one of the big problems, was that right there. When I came home from the rehab, he just would not touch me at all. So it's pretty much, he was telling me the only thing, he wouldn't touch me again until, when I say touch me, I mean we would not have sex anymore until, he said, until I got better. So I had to ask him, what is your version of better? Because his version of better, the doctors never told us, not one time, that we could not have sex or anything. When he told me that right there, I knew then that my marriage pretty much was over, because we were very sexually active. So when those words come out of his mouth, I knew, I really knew then. So pretty much my marriage ended in June of 2018, because that's when I came home from the rehab, was June the 4th of 2018. So two weeks later, that's when he told me that we would not do anything until I got better. So, like I said, his part of his version of better, I still don't know what that was, but I'm assuming he wanted the old Felicia back, and she was no longer there, and he wasn't. His mindset couldn't wrap around the fact that I've had a stroke, and so he didn't know how to move forward with me. He was not even in the process of trying to figure out how to for us to move forward. So, like I said, I was trying to do everything to make the marriage work, trying to do everything in my power to praying, fasting, and everything, and asking God what all do I need to be doing. But when like I said, when he told me that part right there, then I knew then again the marriage was over with. So let me finish this so I can get on off of here for y'all. Passive aggressive actions sometimes stem from not having a good understanding of what you are feeling. So that's why I said we all need to sit back and ask ourselves, what is causing me to be this mad, this angry, me to don't want to talk to people, ignoring people and stuff like that. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? And then you start paying attention to what is going on with you emotionally as you react to different people and situations. Because, like I said, once you sit down and figure out why you're doing this, you this stuff right here, it won't even phase you anymore, because you will be able to stop and ask yourself, okay, why am I doing this? What is causing me to move this way? What kind of movie that I'm watching, what songs that I'm listening to, because those are doing the exact same thing. Sometimes it's not even a person. Sometimes it could be a show that we're watching. It could be a news. Oh, I don't watch the news. I used to do that. I stopped that a long time ago. It's nothing but depression on that. So I try to put things in my life, in my presence, things that's going to uplift me. Because like I said, when I had the stroke, even on my walls here, I had affirmations all on my walls up in here, and that was one of the things that I had to do in order to keep my mind right. Because like when I tell you the enemy was trying to come up against my mind, he was trying to come up against my mind, and he almost won. But once I realized what he was doing to me, then That's when I finally rose up and took control of my life. And baby, I tell you, I took control of my life. I want you to give yourself time to make changes. Recognizing your own behavior is a good first step toward change. But altering your patterns and reaction can take some time. Be patient with yourself as you work to reduce your passive aggressive responses, because there's always a better way to respond to these people when they're trying to be mean and hateful towards you. uh, Again, ask God to help you, because sometimes I hate to bring this up, that like that preacher that died. I don't really know the story behind all of as why he did what he did, why she killed shot him and killed him and stuff like that. It's really sad because, like I said, when we don't get control of our actions, our emotions, and then that's how we can get caught up in stuff like this. So, like I said, just sit down, take deep breath, and start paying attention to you. That's the main thing. I want people to start paying attention to you and to figure out why, like I said, why did this upset me? Why am I mad at this person? What have they done? What have they said? Even when people try to they get mad at somebody, they playing in high school games. Even though they're mad at people, then they want you to continue to be mad at somebody because they're mad at somebody. Those are high school games. Now, you don't need to be around people that are even trying to put you in stuff like that, because that's how you will be the innocent person, be the one to get hurt, and then they don't went on about their life. And so, just like I said, just be cautious of the people that are around you, your circle, pretty much what I'm trying to say. And then practice expressing yourself, understanding your emotions, and learning to express your feelings appropriately. And it is important, it is an important step toward ending passive aggressive behaviors, especially in you. You can't control no one else, but you can't control it in you. So, like I said, once you find out what is in you that's holding you back, then you will know what to do, how to move forward in your life. And then conflict is an unavoidable part of life, but knowing how to assert your feelings effectively can result in better resolutions on your part. So this is all I have. So like I said, my name is Felicia, the Anointed Trainer, and I appreciate y'all coming and listen to with me. I don't know how often I will come on, but I will be back again because and like I said, I appreciate y'all listening, and I want y'all to continue to have a blessed day, and it was blessed night. I'm sorry, blessed night, and I'll see y'all again next time. And y'all don't forget to move that body. Be blessed. Once I figure out how to get this off, I had to forgive me. So y'all be blessed.